A federal investigation is underway to determine if a brand of bottled water sold in several states made people sick and might have put them at risk of needing liver transplants. Real Water is what it's called. It issued a nationwide voluntary recall on its alkaline water after discussions with the FDA. But many questions remain about the link between the water and some kids getting sick. Our consumer investigative correspondent, Anna Werner, has been digging into all this for us. Anna, good morning to you. What'd you find?
Good morning, Tony. Yeah, you know, many people buy bottled water because they believe it's healthier. But federal investigators are now looking into questions about one particular bottled water sold in stores and by home delivery. And we went to Las Vegas to investigate for ourselves.
Real Water is the world's premier enhanced bottled water.
That's Real Water founder Brent Jones in a YouTube video explaining the benefits of his company's bottled alkaline water,
including assisting with better cellular hydration and creating an antioxidant effect in the body.
They sold the water nationwide, offering home delivery of 5-gallon water bottles in Las Vegas to people like Ryan and Erica Carrier.
It's advertised quite a bit in Las Vegas. They have the trucks around town that say Real Water on it, right?
Why this particular water?
We thought we were giving the best water that our family could drink, having this alkaline pH water.
And I like the taste of it. I did.
Their 2-year-old son Finn and 5-year-old daughter Hera drank it too. But last year, Hera started getting sick.
Constant complaining, Mommy, my tummy hurts. I don't feel good.
Then in November,
she got really violently ill. She had stopped eating at that point because all she was doing was throwing up.
Hera soon became incoherent. They rushed her to a local hospital.
You don't know what's going on with your daughter. You're putting her in the back of the car, limp, in the car seat.
Yeah, what was that
like?
It's
excruciating. Excruciating.
There, doctors told Erica the 5-year-old's liver was failing, and what's more, they couldn't treat her there. She would have to be life-flighted to Salt Lake City for a possible liver transplant.
It's absolutely like going into shock, you know, thinking that your 5-year-old might need a transplant.
How many things make you fall to your knees in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
We fell to our knees,
yeah.
Right? And we all prayed.
Their prayers were answered. Hera avoided a transplant. But it wasn't just their child. Over just 11 days, health authorities said 5 children between the ages of 7 months and 5 years became ill, all at risk of needing liver transplants. Health officials say the only common link between all the identified cases was the consumption of Real Water brand alkaline water. 6 weeks ago, the company announced a nationwide voluntary recall. We wanted to ask about what happened to those children, so we went to the company's office. But it was empty, just a few trucks sitting outside. Real Water later declined our request for an interview. But online, founder Brent Jones said this.
First, we'd like to express our deepest sympathy and concern over the events that led to the inquiry.
In a video posted to his website in March, Jones apologized to his customers.
We have issued a voluntary nationwide recall of all Real Water until the safety of our product is clearly established.
If I thought that we were making people sick, I wouldn't have made it.
But this videotaped deposition of a former Real Water employee, obtained by CBS News, raises serious questions about how they made the water last fall. Casey Aiken, who was hired after working for strip clubs, said he had no experience in chemistry and only a couple hours of what he called hands-on training. But he was the one in charge of mixing a liquid concentrate into the water here at the company's offices outside Las Vegas.
As we sit here today, you don't have any idea what was in the liquid concentrate?
Not a clue.
Okay. And you don't know where it came from?
Not a clue.
Aiken said in September or October he was mixing a new batch in the tanks and got a low reading on a meter he was using to measure the water's alkalinity level. So he called his manager, Brent Jones' son Blaine, seen here in another company video, to ask what to do.
He told you to add more concentrate?
Correct.
But he didn't tell you how much?
No, he didn't tell me how much.
Aiken said he decided to add 2.5 more gallons of the concentrate to the water.
You do understand that if you potentially add more concentrate than you usually use, that there could potentially be a problem with the water.
I wouldn't think so.
You would think so?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, but you don't know what's in the concentrate.
If I'm putting it into somebody that's ingesting it, I would think that it's safe no matter what. That's my thought.
The FDA is still investigating, but consumer advocates say the situation shows the need for stronger regulations for bottled water. Eric Olson with the NRDC.
It really is sort of the Wild West out there with a lot of smaller bottlers facing very infrequent, if any, inspections and testing by the government.
That's why the carriers say they're speaking out.
We want people to be aware.
This can't happen to any more people. It's happened to enough.
Yeah.
It's happened to enough.
Well, the carriers have filed a lawsuit against Real Water. In a court filing, the company denied the allegations. But the good news here is that authorities say that all of those young children were able to be brought back to health without liver transplants, Anthony.
Wow. We're glad 5-year-old Hera is okay, but a Wild West in the water world, it's pretty scary.
Yeah, it is scary. I mean, pro tip, you don't have to make water, you know, it's out there. You don't have to create it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about little Hera and her family and what they went through. When he got to me when he said very few things bring you to your knees, but to see your child at 5 possibly have a liver...
Putting your limp child in the back of the car.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm glad people didn't have to have the liver transplant. That's very scary. Thank you, Diana.
All right, Anna, thank you.